Hey art friends, today we're going to draw one of my favorite cartoons from when I was a kid, Odie from Garfield. I hope you're excited and you're going to follow along with me. You got a marker and some paper. If you're using a marker like me, you want to make sure that you have 2 sheets of paper so that your marker doesn't soak through the one sheet and get onto the table. Also, because I'm drawing by myself, remember you can always pause the video if I ever go too fast. We're going to start by drawing his eye in the top of our paper so that we have room for his body. We're also going to draw it a little to the right so that we have room over here on the left side. So let's first draw his eye. We're going to draw an oval about this size, and we're drawing it up and down. So it looks squished on the sides. Now we're going to draw a short line coming out of the side of his eye. And we're going to draw another oval for his nose. This oval is squished on the top and the bottom. Now let's draw a smaller oval inside of his nose, and this is for the shiny part. Now we're going to color in the large circle, but leave the smaller one white. Now we can draw his other eye. We're going to start up here on the top, and we're going to connect down here to his nose. All right, now we can add the pupils, and they're really small, and we're going to draw him so he looks a little cross-eyed. So there's one pupil, and then we're going to draw another one that's close to the first one we drew. Cool. All right, now let's draw the rest of his mouth. We're going to start in the front of his nose. We're going to draw a U shape that comes down, and it's going to come back up and get really close to touching his eye. Then we're going to draw another U shape that's smaller, comes down and back up. And this one gets close to his eye also. Then we're going to draw a smaller U at the very end of his mouth. All right, now we can draw his mouth open, and he's always happy and he's got his tongue sticking out. So we're going to start right here on this small U, and we're going to draw a backwards J. It comes down, and then it's going to come right back up. Now we can draw his tongue sticking out. We're going to draw the top of his tongue. We're going to draw a rainbow line. It comes up, gets really close to touching the top of his mouth, and then it comes back down. Next, we could draw the bottom of his tongue. This is a fun line. We're going to start down here, and we're going to curve around for the front of his tongue, and then connect up here for the top of his tongue. All right, we did it. Now, we could draw the other side of his mouth, so it looks 3D, and we can draw a line that comes down from this U, the middle U. We're going to draw a line that connects to his tongue. Imagine it going behind his tongue, coming out the bottom, and curving right down here at the end to connect in. All right, now we can color in the top part and the bottom so that it looks dark inside of his mouth. It's starting to look like Odie, even though we haven't finished our drawing. Now let's draw his ears sticking out, and they're flopped over. So we're going to draw the first line that comes up like this, comes out of his eye. Then we're going to draw a small little curve at the top. Now we could draw the rest of his ear. So we're going to start here. We're going to come across, and we're going to draw a sideways U. And then right at the end, we're going to curve down and connect back into his eye. Now let's draw a second ear right next to it, and we're going to overlap behind this first ear. So we're going to draw another line just like we did on the first part of this ear. And then we'll draw that small little curve. We're repeating a lot of the same steps. And then we're going to start right here to draw his ear that's flopped over, and then it's going to connect back in. On the first ear, we curved down, but this is behind his ear, so we're going to imagine it going behind his ear and then coming down and connecting to his eye. We did it. We drew both of his ears. Now we can draw the back of his head and also into his neck. So we're going to start here on his ear, and we're going to draw a big curve that comes out and then curves back towards his mouth. Then we're going to curve down for the back of his neck, and right down here at the end, we're going to start curving back out towards his body. Now the back of his head, he has 2 little hairs sticking out. So we're going to draw one curving down, and we're going to draw another one on top, curving the same direction. All right, we drew his head. We're ready to draw the rest of his body. So right here, let's draw another line coming down for his neck. And then we're going to draw him jumping or running. So his paws are going to be up. We're going to draw a big it's gonna look like an oval. So we're gonna start here, curve around, and it looks like we're gonna connect right here. We're gonna go back up and connect, but we don't. We leave a little gap in between there so it looks like it's connected to his body. Then his legs are bent, so we're gonna draw another U right here for the bend in his leg that goes into his foot. Now, let's split his toes. He has one line right here on his foot for his two toes. Now let's draw his other front leg or front paw. We're gonna draw another curve that comes out, and it's a lot like the ear. We're just drawing part of it because it's behind his first leg. Let's also add a line right down the middle for his two toes. Now let's draw his belly. We're gonna draw a short line that comes out of his front leg, comes back. Then we're gonna draw another U shape for his bent leg on the back of his body. And let's bring this U up a little higher. It looks exactly like the letter U. Then we're gonna draw this same shape for his back foot. We're gonna draw an oval that's not connected. We're gonna come down out of that U, around, and then back up here at the top. We're gonna start curving down, but then leave a little gap. Next, up here at the top, we're gonna draw a short line for the back of his leg. Then we're also gonna draw that same line to split his two toes on his back foot. Now we can draw his fourth foot back here, and it's behind his body, so we're just gonna draw a J line, a J shape, just like that. There we go. Then we can also add that same line that we've done on all of his feet, so he has two toes. All right, we're almost done. Let's draw the top of his body to complete him. So we're gonna draw a short curve that comes out of the back of his head, and then we're gonna draw his little bum. We're gonna connect to his back and also his foot. Now we need to draw his tail. We're gonna draw a line that curves out and then back in. And then let's color his tail in. All right, there's only a couple things left to draw on him. We're gonna draw a spot. So on the side of his body, we're gonna draw an oval. And then let's also color that in. Okay, then he has a couple lines. We just draw two little lines on his nose. I think those are his whiskers. And then we can also draw a couple lines on his tongue. And then one very last thing to do, we're gonna add a shadow on his back foot that's behind his body. We draw a curve on his foot, and then we're gonna color the top part in. All right, we did it. We finished drawing Odie, except we need to color him in. He'll look even better once we color him. So this part I'm gonna fast forward again, but you guys can pause the video at the end to match the same coloring. All right, he looks so much better colored in. I hope you're also gonna take the time to color your drawing in too. And remember, it's okay if your drawings don't look exactly like mine, because the most important thing is to have fun, but also to practice. I promise the second time you draw Odie, he'll turn out even better than the first time. I hope you had fun following along with me and drawing Odie, and we'll see you later, our friends. Goodbye. If you had fun following along in this lesson, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the circle. Then you can click the bell to get notified every time we upload new videos. I've also picked out these two other lessons I thought you'd really enjoy. Don't forget to take a photo of your child's finished artwork and share it on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, because we want to see how awesome it turned out.